it's been a while since my last video, and it's been a while since the fraud trailer dropped, so let's get into it. But before we get into the video, I want to say that I completely forgot that only the lesser angels are shaped in a non-humanoid way, so yeah, this thing is definitely not a greater angel. And speaking of the new enemy, its name is Providence, and there's a lot to unpack about this creature. First thing we notice about it is that the cover of In Absentia Logos is its face. Yeah, and I know we kinda should have expected the part of the enemy that faces us first to be the cover art of the song, but come on, it just looks like a cover art, it doesn't look like enemy's body part, so good on Hakita, he kinda deceived us. Oh, and speaking of deception in its appearance, it has an eye. Well, it's an image of an eye, but it's already concerning enough, especially since eyes are associated with hell itself, and especially since this thing also shoots hell energy cross blast, it's quite unlikely for it to be an actual angel, you know? The other thing that links it to hell itself is its name, Providence, and in Christianity there is a thing called the Eye of Providence, aka God's all-seeing eye. So in case of eyes, we already established that they're linked to hell itself, so yeah, this thing is most likely not an angel, but in case it's an angel, here is some explanation why it possesses hell energy and why it has an imagery of an eye. And as evidence for them being actual angels, I have only 4 words: flesh, prison, terminal entry. And the 2 lines in this terminal entry we are looking for are: flesh prison is an uncategorized organism created by the angels, and the second line that we need is: in order to make it as impenetrable as possible, it was given both divine power and hell energy. Nowhere is it stated that hell itself was participating in the creation of the flesh prison. It definitely allowed it, because, well, they're in hell after all, and hell definitely enjoyed the outcome of construction of flesh prisons. So we're left with basically 2 options, well 3, but it doesn't really matter. First and the most boring option is hell directly participating in the creation of the flesh prisons. The second option is that providences are demons created by hell to deceive the denizens of the fraud lair and also to help in the creation of the flesh prisons. And the third option is that providences are angels that have been imbued with hell energy to create the flesh prisons. The only thing about the Providence in which I'm certain is that it's gonna have a very interesting terminal entry to read. And with the Providence out of the way, let's talk about the environment. Just as we all expected, the fraud layer got a lot of non-Euclidean geometry and spatial fuckery, but unlike our expectations, instead of having a certain color scheme like white and gold or black and gold like in the fan levels, it's straight up Earth. It's pre-war Earth, to keep it clear. And by pre-war Earth, I mean Earth before the final war, or at least before the more apocalyptic stages of the final war, or the new peace era of Earth, but we can't be sure about anything, I'm gonna lie, because we don't have enough information about the new peace era of ULTRAKILL lore, and because the layer isn't out yet, so we can't say anything with certainty. And since this video took 1 billion years to make, Hakita dropped a screenshot, so yeah, it's definitely Earth, because there's a fucking Amazon warehouse. Okay, but now let's talk about the stuff we saw in Eggdish 1, because a lot of it looks kind of wrong, and not only like, oh, it's in a Euclidean space way, not only in like horror movie type way, but also just straight up weird. For example, the fucking bathroom, because this building looks like some kind of hotel. That's kind of weird for a hotel to have like one big bathroom instead of like a shit ton of tiny bathrooms in each room. But I don't know, it's fraud layer, maybe it's actually a prison or something, because, you know, it's fraud layer, trust not your eyes, trust not your ears and stuff. Also, the fucking blood pools near lines. So yeah, this is only a veneer of a normal hotel, and in fact it's just some torture chamber, but it's still kind of weird that it has communal showers. There's also a lobby that expanded from a fucking corridor, but there's nothing else special about it, so whatever. Also, there's like a city, which is... I don't have anything else to say. I just can't wait for the fraud layer, not gonna lie. I'm just making this video so my curse would be gone and the fraud layer will come out and Davewash would stop torturing me with the notifications from the new blood server. Okay, but in all seriousness, I still have a lot of stuff to talk about. Now I don't even know where to expect the new enemy that will provide us with the golden arm, since this level doesn't seem like the level that would provide us with a new arm. So most likely it would be in 8-2 or 8-3 if it isn't in 8-1. But we can't be sure yet. Also, the warehouse location gives off the vibes that it would be the level or the location in which the secret level entrance would be located in, since the entrance would be kind of easy to miss in a warehouse. So what do I expect from the new layer? Pretty much the same stuff that I expected before, but also more expectations about the lion, since apparently it would be even more important than we originally thought. Also more expectations about the Providence terminal entry, since it would be definitely very interesting to read. And yeah, I hope the golden arm would be fun to use. Oh yeah, and the boss and Prime, so yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video, for real this time. So please like, comment and subscribe, and also share the video.